You're on mute. You're on mute. You can't hear you, no. Can't hear you. Wallahi, we can't hear you. Okay, guys, until Mo fixes his mic, Wallah, I can't hear you. Big up to you guys.
Rahman Rahim, guys. Sorry, guys, I was mute.
Yes.
Big up everybody that joined us. Listen, that was a hell of a match action, of course, on the Football Terrace. Absolutely brilliant, entertaining content. We actually spoke about the game, but we're here now. So if you're here, support us. Hit that like button for us. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you're brand new here, this is myself and Husam will dissect the games. More of like a little bit of a shameless, but less shameless talk. We'll actually speak about both games, Manchester United and Liverpool. But that Liverpool game was absolutely horrendous. It was absolutely out of this world. The way they were racing Liverpool forwards to miss chance after chance, and the way they absolutely let Everton get free kicks. And I'm going to speak a little bit about Andy Madley, what he did, because I thought I had something to say about him. A lot of people don't want to hear excuses, but listen, people, Liverpool, Mo, and you guys have heard me on the Football Terrace and here on Footy Judge Mo, of course, and on This Is Football, that I said Liverpool are favourites, and Husam corrected me and said, you shouldn't be trusting these guys. You shouldn't be trusting this forward line. However, in the beginning of the season, this forward line was actually bailing Liverpool out. Liverpool were conceding chances, and to be honest, the forward line were absolutely helping Liverpool stay near the top and at the top of the Premier League, people. It's crazy how a narrative can turn around by just some misses, a little bit of misses from the forward line, injuries. AFCON, big up Terry, of course.
Big up Terry for the redirect.
Thank you so much for the redirect, of course. Listen, people, it tells you that the narrative can change if you have an unsustainable brand of football. That's what happens. The difference between the likes of Manchester City and Arsenal is that even in a dip, you can rely on a system. You can rely, but Liverpool, in my opinion, didn't have a sustainable brand of football. We kept saying that Liverpool will keep coming back into games, will keep falling behind and coming back into the games, but it didn't happen. If you know, like at some point when you don't score, you will concede, as the Arabic commentators always say. If you don't, you will concede. But I thought that maybe this will end in a good way for Jurgen Klopp, where they will keep coming back into the games. But what happened today is a disgraceful performance from the likes of Nunes, who can't even, his first touch, I actually want to say that Darwin Nunes' first touch is non-existent completely. It's not that he has a trampoline first touch. The guy can't put his foot behind the ball to stop it, which is crazy for a footballer. His decision-making in passing and making runs is horrendous, in my opinion. Is absolutely horrendous. Mohamed Salah, I'm going to say this, and Husam doesn't like me saying this, but Mohamed Salah, to be honest, lately have been failing Liverpool. And I'm Egyptian, for the people that don't know. I back Mohamed Salah to the end of the world. But to be honest, I'm looking at you as the superstar of Liverpool. Come on, you had two chances today to at least bring it back to 1-1, and you didn't. About 2-3 chances today. I know that, like, you are looking at the lazy kid in the class, right? Which is Darwin Nunes and Diaz and Gakpo. But I'm looking at the most successful guy, which is Mohamed Salah. Do something today, Mohamed. He did something that he created one chance, if I'm not mistaken. But come on, Salah, I expected better from him. He didn't deliver today. Trent in the goal that Calvert-Lewin, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that Trent should have defended Calvert-Lewin, but the way he turned around and did this, that he's scared of Calvert-Lewin jump, is a disgraceful for a football player, to be honest. I'm not scapegoating anybody in this game, because the 11 players, including Endo, when he came on, looked absolutely horrific. Like, Endo looked like, why are you bringing me on now? It's crazy. It's crazy. And I'm going to let Husam a little bit have his say about the game objectively before I actually...
Yes,
I want him to have an objective talk about the game, to be honest.
Yeah, of course. Listen, guys, MHF, we're here to genuinely just have discussions like about what actually happened on the pitch today. By the way, guys, big up to all of you guys. Once again, big up to the Football Terrace. If you haven't yet subscribed to the Football Terrace, go subscribe. Big up to Terry for the redirect. Guys, make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing. I cannot talk about the Liverpool forwards not being clinical and then you guys yourself aren't clinical. Please do hit the like button right now. It's very simple. I'm going to show you guys again, you know, because I love you guys. I'll make an exception and I'll show you one more time. All you have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is close the live chat and hit the like button because it helps the channel out. It's a free button. It's very helpful. So we appreciate all the love that you guys always show us. We really do appreciate you guys. So please do slap the like button, do subscribe, keep getting involved in the chat. We want to hear everyone's opinion. So we have almost 1,000 people watching us. This is you watching us. Hit this X button and then just hit this like button next to this to the screen because it helps the channel out. So back to the team. Look, Liverpool Football Club did not deliver today. And I feel like today I cannot scapegoat. And I'll tell you why. I agree with you completely when it comes to Nunez. I'm going to have a genuine, honest conversation about Liverpool Football Club. The entirety of the 11 is to blame. This is the first time that I ever sit back and say, Mo, there is not a single good player today in the whole 11. I'll be honest with you, I don't even think Alisson had a good game, like even in terms of like passing the ball or anything. Like I cannot give a single player credit today. There is zero players who deserve credit. Absolutely zero players who deserve credit. When you want to talk about Mo Salah, I understand why you say that about Mo. I understand why you say that about Mo. The reason why you say that about Mo is obviously he's the star man of the team. He's expected to deliver. He's expected to play on a certain level. I understand that. But from my perspective, I'll tell you why from my perspective I defend him. Tell you why. The reason why I defend him is at least I have something to go off of. So the reason why I defend the guy is, let's just look at today's game in a prism. The easiest chance of the whole game fell to Luis Diaz. The second easiest chance of the whole game fell to Darwin Nunez. Now, with Mo Salah, he never had a chance as easy as that. So it's not like Mo Salah's missing tap-ins. Mo Salah gets the ball, there's a guy on his left, there's a guy on his right, or it's a chance where it's like there's basically 3-4 defenders in front of him. He's not getting the quality of chances that Nunez or Diaz get that end up missing. And the ones that Nunez and Diaz get that they end up missing are the ones that Mo Salah creates as well. So I'm not scapegoating. If you want me to say one of the worst performers on the pitch today was actually Alexis McAllister. Alexis McAllister is a player, you know, Mo, because you've been working with me all year long. I've been bigging up Alexis McAllister. I've been giving him credit. I've been saying McAllister is one of the signings of the season. By the way, that doesn't change because of today's game. It doesn't. But also he had a horrendous game today. Like the likes of Alexis McAllister is not performing, which is insane. If you want me to tell you who honestly the worst player on the whole pitch was, Andy Robertson was the worst player on the whole pitch. No scapegoating.
Oh, he was horrific. Oh my God, the crosses.
That
Oh my God, what is this, bro?
Before you go on him, that guy was absolutely dreadful. He had 4 successful crosses out of 19. Go and watch back every single one of the Andy Robertson crosses that either hit the first man or the last man at the end. You know what happened on my watch along? I'll tell you what happened. There was a moment in the first half. It was 0-0. Szoboszlai got the ball on the left wing. He played the pass through into Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson ran through. He had Diaz make a run at the near post, Nunez make a run near the goalkeeper. And he decided to cross it at a speed of like 5 meters per hour, like this. Like it was just, you know how you said about Jack Grealish, bop, bop, bop?
Crazy,
it was
bopping
in the air into Mo Salah, who was the shortest defender. And it was such a bad cross. And I lost my mind in that point. I'm like, can you make a right decision, Andy Robertson? And there was a guy in my chat going like, Husam, one bad cross from Robertson and you've lost your mind, blah, blah, blah. And then he came at the end of the stream. He was like, I'm sorry, Husam, you're right. This Robertson guy ain't good enough. The problem with this Liverpool team is sentimentality. You asked the question earlier on straight facts and you're spot on. The problem is we sit here and we are emotional and sentimental towards football players that we shouldn't be. There's four or five players in this team that I have defended with my soul. Alisson, Trent, Van Dijk, McAllister, Mo Salah. Those are the 5 players that I have defended with all my energy, with all my soul, with I've defended them to the umpteenth degree. By definition, because they have been the most consistent over the longest period of time. Either they're my best defender, either they're my most creative player, either they're my best midfielder, the best goalkeeper in the world, you know, the one forward we have with output. Those are the reasons I defend those players. It's not me picking on Nunez and Diaz. Honestly, in the chat right now, we'll do this. This is football, footy judge Mo MHF style right here, right now. We'll ask you guys a genuine question. Who had the highest and second highest quality chance today in the whole game? Honestly, no agenda. It's fair to say Nunez and Diaz. Mo, you want us to analyze football?
No,
right?
No. Come on, Husam.
Which one? The Nunez and Diaz?
Darwin Nunez. No, forget Diaz. There was a ball that was played by Trent, brilliant to Darwin Nunez. My man lifted behind him, bro. Bro, what is? How are you a footballer? And when Mo says that Nunes doesn't have the basics of a football player, you know, when you, and I'm going to tell you guys in the chat, right, something. If I know a lot of you guys played ball, right? You know, when you get kids about 12 years old, at some point you do these tests, you do these trials. If a kid can't pass and receive, you say, okay, football is not for you, Habibi. You have to do something else.
Oh,
Habibi.
I just remembered the moment you're talking about when Trent dinked it. When
Yes,
Trent dinked it to him and he had no one around him.
and he completely missed the touch. Like, Habibi, how can your foot be above the ball, Habibi? How is that even possible? How is that possible? And I'm like, when I say that sometimes, and you remember, Liverpool fans, and not a lot of you guys in the chat now are Liverpool fans, but I'm gonna remind you something. I didn't have an agenda when I told you guys there are some basics in the football player that needs to exist for you to play at a top club. Like Calvert-Lewin, for example, doesn't have the talent for a weight of a pass. You know what I mean? When to pass, the weight of a pass. You can get away with it in Everton because why? Because you aren't asked to do it in Everton. You're asked to shithouse your way into a goal, into a header or something like this. But you play for Liverpool club when high technical players like Trent, Salah, McAllister playing you through balls in tight spaces. You really need to have football abilities to play for Liverpool Football Club. You cannot get away with shithousery. That doesn't work, right? Like, imagine if Liverpool tomorrow have Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin will look like a donkey. Why? Because McAllister will play him a swerving ball that he needs to have a good touch. And Calvert-Lewin will fluff his line. Darwin Núñez for you, Habibi. When I said that in the beginning of the season, last season, and the only way to use a forward like this is to do what Man City do. Erling Haaland, Habibi, we aren't asking you to play football, Habibi. Stay in this area. We'll cater to you on a plate the chances. Either you finish, right? It's either you finish or you tap it in or you play your far post, right? But Liverpool,
Mo, you know the problem with this conversation.
yeah, but they are asking Darwin Núñez to do stuff he can't do.
Bro, here's the problem with this conversation. I'll tell you generally. In life, forget football, forget everything. I'm saying in life, there are two types of people. There are the people who follow and the people who lead. There are leaders and there are followers. People who just follow what's trendy. Go back and watch when we were linked to Darwin Núñez 2 years ago. I didn't want him from 2 years ago. Mo knows my opinion on Núñez has never changed. I have never rated the guy. I've never wanted him at the football club. Now, what's happened now is as follows. Jamie Carragher is saying the same exact stuff that Husam said 2 years ago. Everyone that was pro Núñez is now saying the same exact thing. Imagine Jamie Carragher, Liverpool ambassador, is coming out and saying, yo, we need to get rid of Núñez. He might be not good enough to win us a trophy. You know, at the start of the season, I asked the Liverpool fans a question. I said, guys, you're all saying, oh, Núñez is so funny. Haha, Núñez is so funny. Ha, 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 ha. He misses a chance and then he does this. And then the whole crowd starts chanting, Núñez, all that good stuff. I was like, at the end of the season, if he misses chances in front of goal and we end up losing the league, are you going to start laughing? Are you going to laugh then? Or are you actually going to take a step back and go like, you know what? We are actually shit. This is the reality. I just want to take it back to the Salah point for a good reason, Mo. My point is as follows, and this is my point genuinely to everyone in the chat. The two highest quality chances of the game, one fell to Núñez, one fell to Diaz. One Salah created, one Salah initiated. Mo is not getting a high quality chance. Why? Let's ask ourselves why. Because he's getting double, triple marked, and they're not respecting Núñez and Diaz. Think about it, chat. They are not respecting Luis Diaz and not respecting Darwin Núñez enough for them to guard them with their entire soul. Núñez was left with so much space today. Think about it. Why? Tarkovsky handled it by himself. Luis Diaz,
because they know the ability is not there. The answer is
because the ability is not there. While the other guy on the right wing, I've got 2-3 people around him. Now, the reason why I'm defending the guy on the right wing is because I know, okay, if I can give him a good player as a striker and a good player as a left winger, he can cook and he will cook with the others. Let's just all remember, pre-AFCON, 2 months ago, we were all sat here saying Mo Salah is the best player in the league, but one of the best players in the world, performing at that level.
By the way, I don't know what happens to him in Egypt, Wallahi, I don't.
Yeah.
Egyptian, I don't know what happens to him.
I don't know either. But when like, if you even go look at the stats right now, he still has the most big chances created in the whole league. The reality is, if you want to tell me Mo Salah hasn't been good enough lately, I'll say no problem. I shake your hand. If you tell me you want to sell Mo Salah, I say no. Now you've taken it too far. Because before I even get to Mo Salah, I've got Diaz, who has 10 assists in his whole Liverpool career. Never will have ever have the output. I've got Darwin Nunez with the most big chances missed in the whole league with 10 goals. I've got Diogo Jota, who's made from Weetabix. Logically, I cannot sell all 5 forwards. Logically, I cannot sell all 5 forwards. I'm keeping Gakpo and Salah, and the other three, I'm sorry, I could listen. I could listen to arguments, I could sell. I could sell happily. I think
Do you
everyone
think
agrees.
tactically you were out tactic today? And I want to take it to the. Do you
Tell
think
me
so?
why.
Do you think you were out tactic? In my opinion, you
Untactic.
weren't out tactic. You created chances, but I think, in my opinion, today what happened today is that Liverpool allowed Everton to play their game. Corners, a lot of free kicks, buying free kicks. You were too aggressive for no reason. The free kicks. Yes, Andy Madley gave every free kick, but to be honest with you, they actually.
Was horrible. You know that.
He was terrible. Andy Madley. I thought, and I'm not here giving excuses to Liverpool guys, but I'm gonna tell you guys. I thought I played football. Andy Madley was on a mission to piss Liverpool players off in the first minute. You know the small free kicks that you don't give, the small free kicks. But in my opinion, what you said today proves that Sean Dyche had a plan. Leave Darwin Núñez. Give him space.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's tactics.
That's what I'm saying. They don't even respect the guy anymore.
That's tactics, Habibi. That's tactics. That's
They
tactics.
don't even respect the guy anymore. The guy's like,
That's
oh,
him,
Núñez.
bro.
Go ahead, Habib. Go
Do you know they left? They actually didn't double on Núñez at all.
Double what? They sent one guy to deal with him, Tarkovsky.
Yeah, Tarkovsky,
Who's
one of the
98
slowest
years
defenders one of the slowest defenders in the league, because they know that Tarkovsky will be able to stop the guy, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say one more thing. In the midfield, out tacticked. How? He chose the physical side. He chose the physical side, and your guy chose Curtis Jones, more athletic, more like let's do this and that, and suppose and McAllister. Your guy chose the wrong players. You needed the physical. By the way, I'm gonna say this. You needed Endo today to start the game, even though a lot of people will say he came in bad. You needed Endo. Do you know what you needed, Endo? You needed the fight. You needed the fight of Endo in that midfield.
McAllister had his worst game. That's why we say that.
Yeah, but because do you know why McAllister had his worst game? Because they were very physical on him. He didn't, when he moved up, he didn't have spaces. I have to tell you one thing, Habibi. Yeah. Today, suppose you were and I'm gonna say this, Liverpool fans and rival fans in the chat. We have the right to mock and banter Liverpool fans for one take, one of the worst takes this season. I thought Liverpool today were playing with 10 players. With Szoboszlai. 10 players, Husam. 10 in the first half. Szoboszlai today, you were playing with 10 players, right? Szoboszlai, you were playing with 10 players. Simple as that. And I don't understand how Szoboszlai is still be considered. Why did they start Szoboszlai today? Why did Szoboszlai start today? Is it by name? Is Jurgen Klopp doing it by name? The guy hasn't had a good game for a while. Start India. I don't care. Start whoever. Start Harvey Elliott, who I remember before he got injured 2 seasons ago, was cooking in the right. And I know the physicality is not there from Harvey Elliott. But Szoboszlai today didn't have the physicality, nor the football ability. Like nothing. He was getting bullied off the ball, Szoboszlai, and he wasn't passing the ball right. The guy couldn't stand on his feet for the majority of the game. What was that? What is this, Szoboszlai? What is this? You can't cover Trent, and you can't play forward, you can't play passes, you can't penetrate the opposition, and you can't cross. Are we serious? Is that the Szoboszlai of Leipzig? Is that the guy? And when Mo says that the team isn't in a good place, from the likes, I don't know who's coming in to manage Liverpool, but the team is not in a good place. You guys have to be on your knees for Jurgen Klopp to stay 1 minute. By the way, guys, you know what happened? Xavi announced he's staying at Barcelona. They offered him something new and he's staying at Barcelona. Right? Jurgen Klopp now on your knees for him to stay. No Arne Slot, no Gary O'Neill, nothing. To be honest, for people
that will never happen, Mo.
It can.
I'll tell you why it can't happen.
Alex Ferguson did it. Xavi did it. Xavi Hernandez.
Let me tell you why it can't happen, because I'm a Liverpool fan. I'll explain to you. The reason why it can't happen, Mo, is because of Michael Edwards. The reason why Michael Edwards left the football club to begin with is the ego clashes with Jurgen Klopp. is because Michael Edwards was making transfer decisions. Klopp then overtook that power, vetoed that power basically, and then Jurgen Klopp started making these transfer decisions. And when Jurgen Klopp started making these transfer decisions is when we signed the Diaz's and signed the Gakpo's and signed the Nunez's and signed the etc. So this is the reality. So because that happened, Mo, and Klopp is leaving, Klopp now will not go work with Michael Edwards again. Michael Edwards will take over his role, start making important decisions, transfers, all this summer. Michael Edwards and Klopp cannot work together. So this is basically what happened. And you know, maybe one day, inshallah, in the summer when Klopp leaves, we can break down why the Liverpool kind of, you know, the world in which we were in 1920 completely collapsed. It's because of these decisions, because of the decision-making that I'm talking about. Jurgen Klopp is loyal to said players. Jurgen Klopp wanted to sign Nunez. He wanted to sign Diaz. He wanted to sign Gakpo. All of these players are all decisions. And when it comes to Jurgen Klopp, him leaving, just by the fact that Michael Edwards is there, Jurgen Klopp cannot stay. It's either him or me. And the club made the decision of staying with Klopp and letting Michael Edwards go. Low-key now, I'm starting to think with the Arne Slot thing, maybe he needs to stay because we need a yes man. Because obviously Edwards is the guy that got in Salah, that got in Mane, that got in these players when Klopp wanted Brandt and Götze. I'm thinking now, maybe if we get back to the, you know, to those transfer windows and we listen to Klopp from the start, maybe we are not even that successful. Klopp is one of the best managers in the world. Absolutely incredible. Shouldn't have been allowed to make a single transfer decision. I'm being serious. I'm actually being dead serious. He shouldn't have been made to make a single transfer decision. It should have been all in Michael Edwards and the scouts' hands. Maybe we should have given them the final word, because had we given them the final word, I'll give you a prime example right now, Mo, exclusive. I revealed this on This Is Football. I revealed this again here. We had the chance of signing Moises Caicedo from Independiente for 2 million.
Yeah, but you never know he was going to be that guy. Come on.
Hear me out. But we never took that chance because he doesn't have experience in Europe, as an example. That is a signing that Michael Edwards would make. Then he would go proceed to loan out Caicedo, make him get the experience. Now Caicedo's ready. Not me having to spend 150 million, as an example. The one thing I've always been Klopp in, I've never turned Klopp out. Mo knows this. He works with me all year long. He knows the reality. I've never ever been Klopp out or any of that stuff. The one negative about Jurgen Klopp, actually two, is his loyalty and his talent ID. Those are the two things that I think are a problem, to be honest with you. Other than that, once again, Mo, the reason why we have lost the league is not Jurgen Klopp. It's the forwards. It's the people not being clutch. It's the people not being clinical. Brother, the game against Crystal Palace, you said it yourself, we could have won 5-1. The game against United, we could have been 5-0 up in the first half. The game against Manchester City, we could have won that game as well by 3 or 4 goals. Why should I sit up here and blame Jurgen Klopp for that? I keep the same energy, bro. We missed the chances. We missed the chances.
Yeah, but
and today,
Mo,
once again, today, once again, the scoreline's 0-0. Nunez, Salah lays it off to you on a plate. Shoot right at Pickford.
Freaking
Diaz, you're right in front of the goal. You shoot it right at Pickford. The problem is, I feel like the entirety of the team's confidence just goes down and down and down and down whenever we keep making these mistakes. We keep making these mistakes. The only thing I blame Klopp for is the talent ID and the loyalty. Keeping Robertson on the pitch should have been Tsimikas from the start. I've been warning people of this Robertson guy. Now you see. All I'm saying is, it's time for us to just take a step back and go like, okay, why did we actually lose? Why did we actually lose today? And I cannot say Klopp every single time, bro. I can't.
But it's not only the players.
I'll tell you right now, and then I'll let you go. First goal. Konate makes the correct clearance. The goal never happens. Factually, no agenda. All Konate has to do is clear the ball. That's all he has to do. And the second goal, the defending from the set piece is absolutely atrocious, Mo.
That's
Virgil
coaching.
can't clear.
That's coaching.
Nunez can't trade. Okay, no problem. If you want to blame the second goal on coaching, I'll take a step back and go like, you know what? Set piece defending could be a coaching thing. I have no problem with that. But the first goal doesn't even happen. So all we have to do is just take our chances and clear the ball, and I'm 2-0 up. So that's my point. I'm taking it to the original, to the root. The root is the players are not good enough. The players that are loyal.
But Van Dijk is good enough. Konate should be good enough. Trent should be good enough. Robertson, well, it's questionable. McAllister should be good enough. I thought today, if I'm going to keep the same energy, Husam, to be honest, I always do it for my club. I do it for every club. When a team is out there not performing, all of them, you got to look at the coaching staff. By the way, the coaching staff is not only tactical, Husam. It's mentality, preparation for the game. You know that. You know it's not only coaching. It's about...
Which part are you arguing? Just so I understand your argument.
But I think, in my opinion, today, yes, you created some chances, but you conceded still chances. I thought McNeil, I thought that guy on the right side, Harrison, was running with spaces. I thought your midfield got bullied.
Can you talk on Robertson, please? Because they
Robertson,
set an agenda anytime I do.
yeah, but Robertson wasn't good today. Well, Robertson, the problem with Robertson is he's one of these players that if the team is doing well and Van Dijk is having a good game behind him and the midfield is covering him, he looks like, wow, he can run the line. And I want to say something for the people that I told you guys before when you guys said Robertson isn't a good defender. He's just not. The Harrison today took him to the cleaners and back. Robertson today, he's so quick and can cross. But you're playing Everton, you shouldn't be crossing. And number one, he flopped in the majority of the crossing, Robertson today. And I don't think Robertson offered a lot. He didn't. When the whole team is playing, but that's the thing. When the whole team is playing bad, some of your players need to step up. But it's not Robertson though. But he was the, in my opinion, number one flop today is Szoboszlai for me, Nunes, and I can say Robertson after. Curtis Jones today didn't have a great game at all. Diaz tried, and Mr. Konate. That is something. When I tell you guys that Konate is not the future of Liverpool, because Konate without Van Dijk isn't great, you guys have to believe what I'm saying. The guy Konate isn't good enough by himself. The way I'm looking at Gabriel and Saliba, yes, together they are good, but if you look at each one of them individually, you feel like he can play with another defender. They can. I feel Konate can't. If there is no leader like a Van Dijk, if there's no John Terry, I think Konate is so rash. Like he was rash. He's rash in decision making, and he isn't good on the ball, to be honest. He needs that leader next to him. And who's gonna say that Liverpool are gonna get the next Virgil van Dijk? And all the slander that you heard about Virgil van Dijk, forget that. This is jokes. We know that Virgil van Dijk is a leader. We know that Virgil van Dijk improves the majority of the defenders that play next to him. We know that, right? But by the way, Virgil van Dijk is one
today, Mo? Kwanzaa.
Yeah, when he came on. But to be honest, this is something that Liverpool need to look at like extensively. Van Dijk successor. By the way, Van Dijk is once in a generation. The reason is like John Terry, a leader but can only defend. Is not only someone who leads or someone who kicks the ball. That's one of in a generation. There is not a lot of defenders around in the world like a Van Dijk, and people don't want to listen to this because he won one Premier League title, one Champions League. Yes, but you look at Van Dijk, he makes everyone that plays next to him look good.
Yeah.
And by the way, if Virgil van Dijk decides to leave and go to Barcelona,
next to Matip, next to Gomez, next to Konate, just this season, no need to go that far.
So people don't realize the likes of Van Dijk don't come often. And I'm not a Liverpool fan, but without Van Dijk, this team will collapse. The leadership at the back will collapse. Van Dijk saved you a lot this season with his one-on-one brilliance and individual. Konate isn't the guy going for. I know a lot of Liverpool fans, and I know you guys in the chat keep saying Konate is better than this, Konate is better than that. He isn't. He's a good, physical, athletic, good, tough defender, but he doesn't have the brains for it. The football ability, and by the way, Konate's passing is very bad. Is very bad, by the way. The way he's on the ball. And Liverpool Football Club, you guys need defenders that can play ball. Well, you guys raved about Matip, the way he penetrates defenders. He might not be good on the eye in terms of passing, but he carries the ball. Sometimes he opens up defenses. Konate is only good in the physical, and if he gets a forward,
I don't think Konate is a good passer of the ball. The problem with Konate is passing; it's extremely inconsistent, Mo. It's either
that means you can't rely on him. Khalas.
Yeah, it's unreliable. I agree.
Like you cannot build your plan based on building from the back if you have a Konate as your center back. You just can't, right? That's not going to happen.
The reason why we can't rely on him is he's injury prone as well. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's another thing. In my opinion, I think Liverpool, and Wallah al-Azim, when you guys say, I am not trying to banter, when I say the squad after Jurgen Klopp might not be in the best, and maybe I'm saying that in hindsight now, because I sat here and I said, maybe I thought that Gravenberch would be better than this. I thought Szoboszlai would be better than this, right? I thought Diaz, and I'm someone who said Diaz is a top player. I never thought that he can come back from the injury. And bro, it's taken him a year to come back from the injury, and he hasn't.
Yeah.
He's not back yet.
And Jota came back, scored a goal, and then he's injured again.
Yes. So forget Jota. Nunes, hopeless. You know why Nunes is hopeless case? Because Liverpool will never be a counter-attacking. Guys,
You know, there's people who say sell Salah, keep Nunez. You see the problem?
guys, Liverpool fans, and I'm gonna let Husam talk now. Liverpool Football Club, if you want to succeed against the likes of Pep and Arteta, and I'm gonna say this, you cannot live on a big counter-attacking team. You can't. You need to stamp your authority on the games. You need to be controlling where the ball is gonna go. Forget this. Liverpool, they play ping pong football. Go look at the stats in all the seasons that you played, last 5 seasons in the Jurgen Klopp. Once Jurgen Klopp established his team, yes, he's very good in transition, but Liverpool play a position. You smother the opposition.
Yeah.
You smother them. Liverpool sit back in some games, but Liverpool smother the opposition. They smother them. They control the ball. Liverpool defenders, by the way, Liverpool were really known of one of the highest lines in the league. How do you play a high line if you're not controlling the ball? Liverpool don't sit deep, and you need players that can actually play the ball. You cannot have a Darwin Núñez, and suppose if he doesn't fix up, you really messed up big time.
And this is where I'm going to come in now, and I'm going to say this. First of all, guys, you are all a bunch of Darwin Núñez's in the chat. We need the likes up. 1,400 people. We're not even on 500 likes yet. Everyone, please hit this X button right here. Hit this like button. This is you watching us. All I want you to do is just hit this X, hit this like, hit this subscribe button, notification bell. See? All. Everyone, every single one of you guys, please subscribe, like the video. Everyone right now watching who have not yet subscribed to MHF, please subscribe. Please like the video. Big up all the super chatters. We'll come to you guys in a second. Don't worry, we've not forgotten about you. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Please do like the video. Please do subscribe. Show us all the love that you've always shown us. There's 1,400 people in here. This is the biggest MHF stream. I know you guys are here to dunk, obviously, on me and the tears and all this, but obviously we're here to have an objective conversation and talk about why Liverpool are in this position to begin with. So, you know, it really helps the channel out. It's a free button. Mods, keep pushing it in the chat as well. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe and all that good stuff. Now, here's the thing, Mo. It looks like, in terms of style of play, we're not moving on. Style of play. In terms of style of play, Mo, that part of your argument, the reason why they're looking at Arne Slot to begin with is because his style of play is similar to Klopp. Those are one of the reasons that they're selling it to Liverpool fans now. He plays a similar style to Jurgen Klopp, which shows me that the club, forget me and you, the club itself don't have an intention of moving away from Klopp style ball, because apparently Arne Slot, whatever the hell his name is, plays more like Klopp from 17-18 style play, which is like press. Now we have seen, Mo, that this type of football can work. However, when you have Mane, Firmino, and Salah on the counter-attack, it can work, because it's like 3 cheetahs who are smart. This is the thing. Nunez is a cheetah, but he's not smart. Diaz is a cheetah, but he's not smart. Gakpo is like a leopard, slower than a cheetah, but he's smart. So we kind of put ourselves in a position where there is key differences in those teams, and it's not necessarily the style. Like, I don't believe a new Liverpool manager can't be successful just because of style. I think the personnel are not good enough, Mo. I really believe the personnel.
Wow.
Yes.
Some.
Of course, not all.
Some.
Robertson, time to move on. Matip, unreliable, always injured, time to move on. What's his name? Diaz, time to move on. Nunez, time to move on. These are 4 players that need to be moved on in the summer. Liverpool 100% need a new left back. I've been asked this 100 times, and I'll answer it right now. It's not just one guy. Ait Nouri would be good. Robertson would be good. Estupinian would be good. I'm fine with all these 3 guys. And from a forward line perspective, Mo, we need players. If we're going to play Arne Slot football, we need players who are fast, quick, pace and power, and at the same time be clinical. Now the issue is, okay, مش مشكلة. And the issue is right now is we cannot find clinical players. We cannot find clinical players. This is the issue. You know, so the biggest problem is Liverpool Football Club cannot find clinical players. Now, in the January transfer window, what I said is as follows. In January, I said Liverpool Football Club need to sign Ivan Toney. Now, Ivan Toney might not necessarily be the quickest, but he has got power and he's got the finishing ability. When I'm looking at this current state of this Liverpool side, we lack a finisher so bad because Salah just needs a running mate. Guys, I want you to understand something. It's not just a matter of defending Salah full stop. I have never ever just defended Salah full stop and that's it. I've defended Mo, Trent, Virgil, Alisson, and McAllister because these are the 5 players that have been consistent for us over a long period of time. I don't defend Mo, I defend consistency. If you have delivered at a consistent level across a period of time, I defend you. Now, if we're looking at Diogo Jota as an example, Diogo Jota is an extremely clinical player. He scores goals, he takes his chances. We saw it. We saw it against Fulham. Did you guys all see Jota's goal? We all saw it. We all sat back and we saw Diogo Jota scoring an incredible goal against Fulham. The problem is he got injured once again. Reliability is an important ability, guys. Reliability is an important ability. And when reliability is not there, you cannot perform because you cannot get a consistent run in the team. So the one guy that I've got on the bench that's actually just as clinical as Salah and very good in front of goal, he's always injured. Diogo Jota is always injured, chat, and this is one of the main issues. He is always injured. This is one of the big problems at Liverpool Football Club. This is one of the genuine big problems at Liverpool Football Club is the guy is always injured. Availability matters, guys. I know what you will say. Jota's incredible with both feet and he's great and all this, but he's always injured, bro. He's always injured. You cannot rely. I cannot put all my hopes and aspirations on a player that is never fit, guys. This is the problem. This is the reality of the matter. This is the situation that we're in. I cannot sit here every single time and just go like, by the way, guys, Jota's injured again. I sat here after the Fulham game, waited 6 hours. Suddenly I get a WhatsApp message. I just get a WhatsApp message out of nowhere. Go like, by the way, Husam, Jota's out for 2 weeks. I'm like, are you actually taking the piss? Guy comes in, scores 1 goal, and you're injured again? And you're injured yet again? Another injury? Bro, you just came back. You just came back. The only way Diogo Jota could be of any use next season is if, we limit his minutes, we make him like a super sub or something. Maybe then we will get less injuries. The problem at Liverpool Football Club is as follows. I think Nunez and Diaz can generate enough funds for us to keep Mo Salah on the team, for us to keep Jota on this team. Let me explain why. Forget what me and you and everyone in the chat thinks of Darwin Nunez. Let's think from the other clubs' perspective. Darwin Nunez is still Uruguay's number 9. He still scored a hell of a lot of goals at Benfica. He still has some form of reputation around Europe that will allow us to get 50, 60 million. Forget what we think of Luis Diaz. He's still, I believe, the Colombian captain. He's still one of the most important players for his national team. He performs really well for Colombia. He's a guy that can, once again, get you 50, 60 million. So I'm looking at 2 players that can get me a combined of 100 million, 110 million. Bayern Munich, they've taken Mane before. Time to call Bayern Munich again. Hello, Bayern Munich. We heard that you guys need a left back because Alphonso Davies is leaving. Yeah, we need a left back. We're getting rid of Alphonso Davies. Would you like Andy Robertson? Yeah, of course, we'd like Andy Robertson. He's one of the best left backs in the world. That's how they signed Mane, by the way. He's one of the best left backs in the world. Okay, we want 35 million. Done. 35 million. 35 million, gone. And this is the point. The one positive of the post-Klopp era coming now is the fact that there will be no more loyalty, guys. Chat, there is no more loyalty. There's no more blind loyalty. There's no more blind faith. There's no more, we all love Robertson, so it's okay. Now we are in a position where we can finally push loyalty to the side. However, the one thing Mo said that is true, perhaps Jurgen Klopp is not leaving the club as much as a good place as we first initially thought. That's one thing that I will say.
Yes. One of the things that people have to speak about
but
is
also, it's not as bad as you say either. It's
not as bad, but in my opinion, he needed to stay 1 more year. This is, people don't speak about this enough. Him making that decision is selfish. Wallahi, it's selfish. It's selfish. Especially because Amorim and Xabi Alonso aren't available. Guys, you can really be left in the Arne Slot, Gary O'Neill and these guys. It's not good. It's not great in my opinion. And listen, I don't know if Liverpool need a new project. I don't know where are they going to go from here, but this is not looking good for Liverpool. It's not. It's not looking good. These players might not be good enough to continue with Liverpool. Some of them, like, people want to say he's tired, he's not tired. I get it. I get that it's a decision, but it's either he's an employee of the club or he's a legend. A legend doesn't leave the club like this. A legend, someone who cares about the club, doesn't leave the club in this state. Just doesn't. And I'm going to say it over and over again, unless the new manager comes in and turns it around, which is, I'm not a Liverpool supporter, but if the people like Husam, Rack, and these guys aren't confident about, if Husam tells me I'm already on a slot out before the guy's even hired, I know that these guys are distraught. I know that these guys are absolutely scared. Liverpool fans are scared because they have seen banter eras. If Liverpool go back in the banter era, who knows when are they going to wake up again?
You see why Mourinho low-key was not a bad idea, Mo? Low-key,
I still don't
it's
believe
not
that
a bad
Mourinho.
idea.
I don't believe Mourinho is the. I don't believe Mourinho is the solution. In my opinion, I
Short-term solution only.
Wallahi, no.
2 years.
No. Well, he can destroy your club. Liverpool can go into dark, guys. When I grew up in the 90s and the 2000s, Liverpool weren't in contention. Apart from the Champions League final in 2005 that you won and the Champions League final in 2007, Liverpool weren't in contention. You guys weren't spoken about as this big, massive club that will challenge every year. It was whatever comes. Whatever comes. Like, if we challenge this year, it's good. If we don't, we don't. This is something that people have to talk about. This club might be left. I know that a lot of people say trust Michael Edwards and stuff, but trust Michael Edwards. And I believe that Michael Edwards thought that he's getting Xabi Alonso or he's getting Amorim. I believe that this is it. And someone raised the point this morning. Why doesn't Liverpool go and offer Amorim what he wants? Why are they stubborn? Why is it, again, with Husam, did streams over the summer saying that FSG doesn't invest? You know the reports. Do you guys know in the chat what are the reporters saying? That they didn't agree on the money. Money comes in again. Money comes in again in question to stop Liverpool progress. You remember the Champions League final. You remember when Liverpool wanted the money and FSG said, well, we don't have the money to invest as much as the other clubs. Today, the reports are saying that Amorim wanted more money. Just go for, if you guys trust Amorim so much, offer the guy his money. What's 2 million more for the guy? What is 3 million more in the grand scheme of things? Or is it a pride thing? We aren't going to get bullied. So we're going to end up with someone who's more of a risk than anyone else. Guys, today, the reports, what happened today with the Amorim, the reports that came out that said that they didn't agree on the money, it's the same situation with the transfers that Liverpool didn't go for that guy because of the money. Liverpool didn't sign the top players because of the money. Liverpool couldn't back Klopp because of the money. Well, it goes for coaches as well. It goes for coaches as well.
For that, we offered 150 million for Caicedo. Explain it to me, Mo. Yalla, explain.
I don't know. But
did that 150 million just evaporate in the air like it never existed? Yani?
And people that say, these are the reports. The reports are saying that Amorim, because give me one reason why Amorim wouldn't join Liverpool. What does he have on the table that is better than Liverpool? Are Man City coming to hire Amorim, for example? What is Amorim is going to win the league this season from Sporting Lisbon?
The other club interested in him are West Ham.
Everyone knows that Amorim, after winning, he wants the next step, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, what else on the market is better than
to be
Amorim?
honest? West Ham is a side step. I don't necessarily think West Ham is a forward step. It's probably a bit
it's a backward step from Sporting Lisbon. Sporting Lisbon plays Sporting Lisbon consistently play Champions League, Europa League. I think it's a backward step. It's the fame of the Premier League and all the stuff. But come on, you aren't going to tell me that we're not coming with this agenda that every team in the Premier League is a step forward from all the other leagues. You believe that the coach of Benfica going to West Ham is a step forward? Of course it's not. From Villarreal to Aston Villa, yes. But to West Ham, with all due respect, what's West Ham aspirations? Like, what are the, like, when they hire Amarim, they're gonna tell him, well, what do we want you to challenge for the league? No,
Of course
Habibi, we
Of
want
course
you to make next season. If you make Conference League, bravo, you're good to go. That's what they want, right? West Ham already out, right? So I want an explanation from someone. Why isn't Amarim joining Liverpool? Why the reports are saying that he isn't joining Liverpool? What is
You
the
know what they're
underlying
saying? They're saying
reason?
that the difference between Amarim and Slot is as follows. Slot is willing to be a yes man, basically, and go like Edwards, whichever transfer you want to do. Amarim wants to get involved in transfers. Now, let me actually give my club credit for one thing, on a real. The downfall of Liverpool started when we gave Jurgen Klopp transfer veto power. That is when it genuinely became a problem. So maybe from the club's perspective, they're going like, okay, this whole club went to the shits when the manager started making transfer decisions. So I need a manager who does not make a single transfer decision. I need a manager who just sits there and is a coach. We need a coach. We don't need a manager. We don't need a guy that makes transfer decisions. Low key, I might need to just say, Arne Slot, you know what? I back you because I at least know I'm going to get Edwards as players. I'm going to get the next Salah, the next Mane, the next Virgil, the next all of these guys. We're going to get the next version of these players. I trust in the words of Wonderful Queen, I trust the nerd in the glasses behind the computer with all the numbers and shit to make the right decision. That genuinely is one of those things. And I think, look, every end of the season, here's what's funny. I'm the guy saying the same stuff since August. Now, if you go into the Liverpool YouTubers, you guys, they're saying the same stuff I was saying since August. That's the funny part. But for me, low-key, I understand why from the club's perspective they're doing it. If Amarim accepts managing Liverpool Football Club without any sort of vetoing power on transfer decisions, I think we might move for him and we might make that step, you know? So, Mo, my only genuine thing that annoys me, Mo, is I really thought Liverpool would learn from their mistakes and Liverpool would actually show ambition for once. And after the Caicedo thing happened and we signed Endo and Gravenberg, I was really the only Liverpool fan to go on a meltdown, you know, and all that stuff. And now people are just saying the same stuff I'm saying. I wish we just took that Caicedo money and actually just used it. January was such a chance for us to go sign a forward. We were not in any FFP problems, by the way. The only two big six clubs who could sign players without any FFP problems was Spurs and Liverpool. We had the funds. We could have done it, but we decided to not do it, unfortunately. And this is the position that we're in now. If Liverpool genuinely just signed Ivan Toney, we'd be league champs right now. I genuinely don't even doubt it once.
Yes, guys. We're gonna do the super chats. This is how it works on MHF. Your super chats drive the conversation. Your super chats now, everyone that sends the super chat we're discussing super chats. It's not only that we read the super chats. If you have a point that you want to raise, if you want an opinion that you want us to discuss, you send the super chat. We'll actually absolutely discuss your opinion. Thank you for everybody supporting the channel, of course. We are still, I actually think that we can get to 1,000 likes on this video, guys. Hit that like button underneath your live chat. Just close the live chat and hit that like button. Vin is saying big up Mo and Husam. Like and subscribe, people, as Vin's saying. Michael is saying big
guys,
up you too.
500 likes, by the way. Keep liking the video, keep subscribing. It helps support the channel. We told you guys at the start we need your help. Like, share, and subscribe.
Andrew Wright is saying going to be so negative next season. Getting a cheap yes man has pissed me off. Hope it goes wrong, so value drops and FSG have to sell Diaz and Nunes out. This notion that FSG have to sell, I don't think they will sell Liverpool. I don't, because the Qataris want to invest in the Premier League. If FSG wanted to invest, Manchester United, Andrew, failed with the Qatari thing. So Qatar still have the same money and they want to invest. And by the way, Liverpool as a brand, and I want people to understand this, people don't know. Revenue-wise, Liverpool are very competitive with Manchester United, actually, and Manchester City. Your turnover is about 700 million. So they are, as a brand, as competitive as Manchester United. They might not be Manchester United, but they are competitive, right? So if Qatar wants to invest, right, and FSG wants to sell, they can go and say, hey, here is the deal with you. Here is your deal. Here is the deal, but they didn't. David David is saying we lost the league in the 2 transfer windows. That's what Husam has been saying.
Yeah, 100%. That's
A
what we
DM and a
lost.
forward. A DM and a forward.
Lack of
Once you
ambition.
knew that Salah is going to AFCON, and once you knew Jota's injured, and Nunes is not banging, freaking go sign a forward. Drop 50 million somewhere. I don't know where, but drop 50 million. I'm going to give you guys examples of how business is done. Inter signed Thuram for free from Mönchengladbach. You don't need to spend the money. For free. Double digits in his first season. Won us the league. Him won us the league. And Thuram is better than half your forwards. The guy, Thuram is better than half your forwards.
How much
Right?
do we have got him for in January, do you reckon? On a real?
They wouldn't sell him, but he has a release clause of 100 million. But maybe
Of course,
60.
no one can pay 100, yani.
But
For 50, they probably 50, 60,
60 million pounds, they would definitely sell him in
Yeah.
January. Because they can go and invest that in another forward. They can get another forward for 50, 60 million. But in the summer, Thuram is available. It was available for free, but nobody wants to do the work. Nobody wants to do the work, guys. Toka is saying, are people who want Nunes out now fake fans? Get rid.
Toka, this is what happens when you're ahead of the curve. Sometimes you have to pay a tax for being ahead of the curve. Jamie Carragher is now saying what Don Husam, who's never been to Anfield, said on YouTube 2 years ago. It's real funny how the world works, right? By the way, guys, quickly, just before we go to the next super chat, for the guys who don't know, this is the link to Footy Judge Mo and This Is Football. Go subscribe to both channels if you haven't yet subscribed as well. You know, so let's go subscribe, head over to both
I have
channels.
something easier for you guys. In the description of this video, click more. 2 channels are pinned. You just 1 click away, you click, you go subscribe and come back chat with us. Footy Judge Mo and This Is Football with Husam. Husam does all the watch-alongs in the world. You see the shithousery, the watch-alongs. I do a lot of...
I actually told Bell, inshallah, to make the Brighton watch-along tomorrow. You know why? Can I tell you genuinely why?
Why?
And it's Arsenal. Arsenal FC. We're by far the greatest team the world has
We're all
ever
Arsenal now, huh?
seen.
We're all Arsenal. Waka waka.
49 undefeated. 49 I say. 49 undefeated. We play football the Arsenal way. Vamos. Let's go.
Every time now Kai Havertz scores, even though I'm his biggest critic, I'm gonna sing Waka Waka AA every time. This Waka Waka time now. Khalas. Liverpool fell off the ladder. Our hope for a good summer, for us to enjoy the summer, is for Arsenal to win the Premier League, people. It's for Arsenal. Otherwise, it's a farmers league. With all due respect to Man City, Husam hates Man City. I don't hate Man City. Husam hates the guts of Man City. I don't. But I just want a change of scenery. Haram, the sky blue has won the league so many times now. We need something else. And it was one of the Reds. And Liverpool completely failed. And W's for my guy JJ for support. W's, guys, for my guy JJ. Wallahi, Ashraf, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thanks, Everton, for knocking down 1 contender. JJ, did you really have to worry about Liverpool? You have to worry about Man City, Habibi. Not Liverpool. Habibi, Ashraf. No.
Tomorrow, me and you together, inshallah, we'll be doing caca, seagulls. You get me? We're there together. But yeah, Habibi, we lost the league away at United and at home to City and Crystal Palace. Yeah, and by the way, the difference in goal difference between me and you is like 200 goals anyway. So come on, man.
Brighton, may you follow suit tomorrow, please. Just a draw would be greatly appreciated. Husam, brace yourself for a dire few seasons ahead. Come on, you Gooners. Let's do it again them. On Sunday, subscribe and smash the like button, people. Love to MHF. Big up JJ for supporting the channel. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much, JJ, for supporting the channel.
Big up again for JJ, man.
Yeah, big up JJ for supporting the channel. Riale Soko, thank you so much. No super chat, but thank you so much for the support. 6 UCL.
What's NGN, Mo?
I don't know. NGN. What is NGN?
Nigerian Naira. Okay, yeah. Big up to you. Naijano de Kari last. Big up to all the Nigerians in the chat as well watching us.
Elliot, Jones, Gomez, Nunes, Robertson all need to go. Not Elliot. Elliot is still very young. Not
Jones either, not Gomez. The last two.
Nunes and Robertson need to go.
Jones is a serviceable midfielder for is for the new manager. Like he could play a role for the new manager, 100%.
No, 100%. Andrew saying, I don't care what you say. I felt sorry for Trent. It's Klopp's fault for not listening to him. Stop putting him at right back. Embarrassing. Should had 3 assists. FSG out. Do you have a response to this?
I do you really think like Klopp said no to playing Trent in midfield? I mean, Andrew, you know what it is? I think we'll get our final answer genuinely next season when we get the new manager in. Like, I think if the new manager in plays Trent in midfield, then it could be a thing where, like, you know, it's just Trent wanting to play that position essentially. That's what I will say. So yeah, I think this will only time will tell basically.
Andrew, Klopp bought Diaz, Nunes. That is his fault. Gakpo, Itik. That's what Husam was saying, Andrew. Have you been listening? Husam is saying the problem is Liverpool gave Jurgen Klopp the keys for transfers. And this is when the downfall has started because he doesn't do the research. He's like, oh my God, I'm going to get this guy Nunes. He scored a lot of goals with Benfica. Let me get him. A big up W's for my guy, Nate. Thank you, Nate. The players are void of ideas. We need a real refresh. The whole season we have got lucky. Remember when we said the comebacks, wins weren't sustainable? It has come back to bite us. Loyalty for players has to be dropped. I hear you. I absolutely hear you. Nate, I didn't think it will catch up to Liverpool.
Why was Robertson substituted in the 81st minute today, Mo? When he's by far the worst player on the pitch. You saw how Tsimikas came in, crossed the ball into dangerous positions 2 times in a row?
I don't know.
It's not an agenda. I feel like loyalties is a genuine, like, listen, no manager is 100%. Even Mo will tell you this. Every manager in history has his flaws. Jurgen Klopp's biggest flaw is his loyalty. It comes a point in time where we have to take a step back and go like, this loyalty is a genuine problem. Pep overthinks the big games. Ferguson underachieved in Europe. Like every manager in the history of the sport has some form of like negative. Jurgen Klopp's biggest negative is the guy is extremely loyal to certain players. And the problem is certain players that he's really loyal to, they keep letting him down.
Andrew saying Van Dijk is not a captain. Trent is more watch. Listen, guys, you cannot just turn on Van Dijk.
I don't think he's trolling, by the way. I think he just misspelled it.
Van Dijk is not a captain. Trent is more watch. I think Van Dijk. No, we're not. Mo, I am not turning on Van Dijk yet. I'm not a Liverpool fan. I still think Van Dijk. The problem is Van Dijk is left to battle by himself. Why do people don't understand this? He's really left to battle by himself, Andrew. For the majority of the games, look at me sitting and saying you concede so many chances. You concede so many chances. You concede. A center back cannot just defend for 90 minutes 1-on-1 the whole game. That doesn't work in football. I promise you, Andrew. Amina, big up Amina. Scapegoating, so nobody did. Again,
Amina Hamada, Wallahi, I love you, Amina. I don't know who you are, but Wallahi, I love you so much. You and me are on the Salah front lines. Big up, Amina.
Big up, Amina. Nobody's skipping. Hamza
me and her together with a shotgun fighting all the Salah haters together. Big up, Amina.
Here we go. Hamza Shampoo, big up, guys. Husam, please accept Salah is not world class.
Yeah, Salah is not world class. 100%. Salah is not world class.
Hamza Shampoo, what are you talking about?
In YouTube history.
What has been said today about Henry? Guys, Henry won the league twice with Arsenal. Salah won the league once and a Champions League.
Tomato.
No, a Champions League is worth 2 or 3 league titles. We said that before. So don't give me this Henry. He flopped when it mattered for Arsenal sometimes. He won the league twice, being amazing. No. I'm not saying that Salah is better than Henry, but he sits on the same table. Stop this bullshit. Henry is amazing. For me, Henry is the GOAT of the Premier League in the modern era because I didn't watch the 80s, right?
Yeah.
But for you,
I agree with you. I think Henry is the greatest Premier League player.
Yeah, but for us to say that now Salah is not even on the same table is crazy. The consistency is absolutely nuts. Nuts by Mohamed Salah. Oh my God, this hate, guys. I am not here.
See why I defend him now?
I am never here for Mohamed Salah hate. Todor is saying I would only keep Alisson, Mo, and McAllister. Wow.
Alisson, Mo. Okay, here's the thing, Todor. We have to also take a step back and go like, here's the thing, Todor. I'll say this, and I'll say this to everyone in the chat, guys. I understand everyone's frustrated. I'm just as angry as everyone, if not even angrier. However, I will tell you one thing. one thing we cannot do is not learn from other people's mistake. We cannot do a Chelsea. We cannot sell everyone, buy everyone new. We can't. It'll take too much. You need to keep some experienced players. Also, Trent, you're selling Trent, brother? Hell no.
Mo, are Inter, Milan, and Liverpool play similarly? Absolutely not. We're way more composed. We don't, bro. We kept 17 clean sheets. What are you talking about? Sorry, 18. 17 clean, bro. We kept 17 clean sheets in the league, bro. What are you talking about? We definitely don't play ping pong football like Liverpool. We're not wide open like Liverpool. We defend very well. And
I don't think
FSG,
there's any team in the whole world that plays club ball, if I'm being honest.
no. FSG is the reason we are shit. I hope we lose value. Now you're wrong. Now you're Andrew. Now you're going against the club for real. I disagree with the statement. So we can call Arsenal favorites for the league now. No, Man City are still favorites. Man City are still favorites. Arsenal aren't favorites until Man City drop points.
However, if City drop points against Brighton,
if Man City drop
No.
points, they are Arsenal are favorites. Martin, this is it. Have Liverpool overachieved or underachieved under Jurgen Klopp?
not under Jurgen Klopp. I think he means this season. Martin, can you just clarify your question with a regular chat? Are you talking about this season or overall? Can you just clarify your question? Keep the super chat on. Are you saying this season or overall, Martin? Just so I know how to answer it.
This season, he's
This
saying.
season. This season, we underachieved. Actually, no. You know what it is? This is a very difficult question to answer.
You are where you, by the way, if you finish third, you are where you're supposed to be.
In the middle.
You are where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, we challenged for the league, won a trophy, but given where we were,
But I'm going to tell you why you underachieved.
yeah, I was
Europa
about
League,
to say,
sure.
given where
Europa
we were,
League.
given where we were, we probably
Could have
should
ended with another one.
could have ended with another one or won the league, basically.
You choked against Manchester United. You could have played Coventry. You
Choked against Man City.
You choked against Man City, and also one more thing, you literally choked in the Europa League against a weak Atalanta. Atalanta are weak. You choked against Atalanta, so the answer to that is they underachieved for sure, Martin. Why is Henry the Prem GOAT over Rooney? I actually don't know.
But Henry, his ability, stats, and everything combined into one player. Henry had the streets by the balls. Everyone wanted to be Thierry Henry. He made the number 14 iconic, brother. I think Wayne Rooney is one of the most probably underrated players of all time.
Underrated players in the history of the Prem, 100%.
Under or over?
Underrated. One of the underrated. Like for me, the team of the Premier League, in my opinion, includes Rooney as a forward.
No. For me, I don't think he's in the all-time team, but I think Rooney is very underrated. However, I don't think he's quite Henry level. There's only one player I think who actually hit Henry like highs in the Premier League, which is Cristiano Ronaldo at Man United.
Yeah, but he left. Messi FC saying, what about Szoboszlai? That guy was is that the flop of the season? Or the thing about it is that Enzo wasn't bought this season. Who is the worst signing of the season? Can we label Szoboszlai as the worst signing of this season? Because Caicedo lately has been performing not bad. In the chat, guys, do we think it's a yes or no question? We still have about 1,100 people. He hasn't played. Something is wrong with that transfer, Habibi. Something is wrong with that transfer.
I'm thinking of the United transfer window because they definitely have a worse player than us.
Rasmus Højlund. He delivered goals. He gave goals. He scored.
The thing is with Szoboszlai is he was really good for 4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 games, you mean? 4 or 5 games.
No, he was good up until December, January time. Big up to Northside in the chat. Northside, if that's the real you, please shoot me a message. United.
We can speak a little bit about Manchester United. I want everyone to tell me in the chat which team do you support now. Everyone in the chat, which team do you support? I'm actually gonna check if this is Northside or not. It's actually the real him, so I'm making him a mod. Message
me Northside if it's you, please.
I know it's him.
Yeah, message me. It's me.
Yabni, you can just go to the channel and you know if it's him or not.
Habibi, sometimes you have to double check. AI is crazy out here in the world. Wait, we have an Ipswich Town. Oh, there you are, Nate. He's a Liverpool. You know, I got so excited, mate. You done me dirty. I got so excited. I was like, wow, MHF is really going places. We have an Ipswich Town supporter. And then I click on it and it's fucking Nate. You fraud, Nate. You Kiwi fraud. As an Ipswich. Wallahi, you're a fraud, bro. Wallahi, you're a fraud.
For Manchester United, I'm just going to say one thing. They are really going game by game. Just game by game. Seriously, game by game. Game by game. Manchester United. They said, oh, we had possession today. Yeah, but you're playing Sheffield United, so you're expected to have possession, Habibi. You're expected to have possession, and you're expected to create. To be honest, the fact that Man United fell behind twice in this game is embarrassing enough for me. The problem is, Man United fans, you feel that the hope is gone from their voice when they talk. It's absolutely nuts that Manchester United. But I want to say that Kobe Mainoo is very good player. You played better today without the likes of Marcus Rashford. Let's just put that. Without Marcus Rashford, you played better. Eric Ten Hag, I actually think that Manchester United might keep Ten Hag next season. Big up Northside. Big up Northside. And you fraud, you're saying Forza Juventus when Inter have just won the league. By the way, Northside, I'm just going to tell you something. You might not live to see your team have the second star, 20 league titles. You might live all your life, Habibi, without having seen your team having a second star.
Big up to Northside. Sam was the only one who called us. Hey, I tried to warn them, wallahi. Tried to warn them.
Yes. But to be honest, like, there is not a lot to talk about Manchester United in terms of like the next manager. When there are news, I'm gonna talk about the news when there are news. There's gonna be news about the manager, I believe, soon. I'm not sure if once they lose to Newcastle and Arsenal in the last 2 games of the season, we'll hear that he's sacked right away. My manager is staying Northside. My manager said, so is your manager, even if he doesn't win the league. Hold that. Even if your manager isn't winning the league. One more super chat. He's saying, Sammy, Salah is world class, but he has been poor. Is that fair to say? 100%. Is he declining? He might be. Absolutely.
Declining based on what, though?
I don't know why lately he has been missing easy chances. Lately, but that's second half of the season. By the way, in the first half of the season, Salah was playing at a Ballon d'Or level. Right? In the first part of the season, he was playing at a Ballon d'Or level. And now it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy but we know what? We'll see how it goes. There is one more super chat to do. Better stats. Rooney only player with 200 Prem goals and 100 players assists. Plus, look at the teams Henry won the title with versus Rooney's teams after Ronaldo. I agree with this. Rooney deserves a shout in the team all-time team of the Premier League, 100%, in my opinion. How many guys we really can get? And by the way, if you haven't subscribed yet, and I know there's about 400 of you that haven't subscribed, you really can hit the subscription button and also turn on the notification bell. The notification bell will tell you when we go live. Tomorrow will be live after the Man City game. But any last thing you want to say?
Listen, the only one thing I want to say is just listen. It's been a crazy. Hello, camera fraud. First of all, once again, shout out to Terry and the Football Terrace for the redirect. Big up to him. Make sure you guys go subscribe to the Football Terrace. Second of all, go subscribe to Footy Judge Mo. Go subscribe to This Is Football. Both links are in the description. This was one of our biggest streams ever on MHF, so we appreciate the love. We keep growing with you guys' help. Like the video, share the video, subscribe. It really helps the channel out. So I love you all and appreciate you all. And yeah, just keep supporting the channel. I wasn't come to Liverpool. Vel just messaged me. He's gonna change the name of our watch along from watch along to vibe along from now to the end of the season. So we're just vibing. Hopefully, at least it's good vibes, not bad vibes. That's the only thing I'll say. There you are. Slot could follow the Dutch manager tradition in the Premier League. Okay, that's not a good tradition though.
Van Gaal,
Ten Hag. Hey, that don't sound like a good tradition, Kakashi, but I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat, Habibi. Anything else you want to say more? Khalas, we head out of here.
No, khalas. Thank you, everybody that has been here, supported us. We love you guys. We appreciate your support. Thank you for everybody supporting the channel, sent the super chat. Of course, massive shout out to JJ. Massive shout out to JJ who supported the channel big time. Massive shout out to Nate who supported the channel. Andrew Wright, 6 UCLs, Realistico Boy, Toka, David Aware, Michael, Ven, of course, Amina Hamada, Hamza Shampoo, Tudor, Muhammad Farah, of course, Punet, and Martin, Josue, Messi FC, Sammy, right, and Kakashi. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. We appreciate you guys, and we hope to see you again. We're out of here, people.